it's Angela from Prettify Your Life. I know it has been forever since I have done a video, and I apologize. August was incredibly crazy, and now that the kids are back in school and in my house, summer is over, which I'm glad. I particularly don't like summer. I love fall. I can get back in the craft room, and the first thing I'm going to craft is football season. And if you followed me, you know that I'm a graduate of Texas A&M University, as well as my husband. And so the next craft thing I'm doing is decorating my door for A&M and the kickoff of their first season in the SEC, which is this Saturday. So I'm going to show you how to make props for your outside door garland, or you can use it in wreaths or trees or whatever. And it's pretty simple. So let's get started. Let me show you the materials. Now you should know that I am going to be hot gluing a floral wire on this to wire it into the garland. So you're wondering, if you were wondering how I was going to use that, that's how I'm going to do it. Now if you happen to know of a material or adhesive that holds better in the extreme heat than hot glue, please let me know, because it's hot still here in Oklahoma, even though I think a cool down is coming. But hot glue can sometimes melt away, you know, in 100 plus degree heat. To make the prop or ornament, you need a sheet of 8.5 by 11 permanent adhesive labels. These are by 3M. I got them at, I think, Office Depot. So you need one of those, your computer, clip art, and a printer. I should know, this is to the NCAA. This is for my personal use. If anybody knows about the NCAA, they can be a little extreme for us crafters. So please note, this is not for sale. This is my personal use. I got this clip art right off the internet. Okay, so labels. I used, for the first time, paper Mod Podge, which I really like. First time to use it. I recommend it. I love all the Mod Podge products. I also use the Mod Podge brayer to get out the bubbles and get this sticker to really stick down good. A really good X-Acto knife, make sure it's nice and sharp. I use scissors, and I used this. This is just cut up. It's like foam core but softer. It's called Underlayment, I think, and I found it at Lowe's. It comes in a big accordion stack. It's like $40, but mine was damaged, so they gave it to me half off, and I've been using it literally for months. So it goes a long way. It's super easy to cut, and it works really well. So I advise getting some of this. Okay, now I have printed my image onto the sticker paper. Got, again, clip art from the internet. And I'm just going to cut off the excess. Okay. Now, you take your foam or underlayment, whatever you want to call it. And what's neat about these 3M labels is they have the things that, like, you can peel it off really easily. Try not to bend the paper, okay? So take it off gingerly. It's very, very sticky. I love this stuff. And then just place it on your foam core. Press it down really good. And then I use my brayer, and I really roll it on good. Now the thing is with this foam core, it does dent easily. So if your kids have hit it or you've run over it or whatever, it's gonna have the impressions of whatever, and it's gonna come through on your sticker. But if you don't care that much, it's not a big deal, but just be aware of that. So again, take some time to really press this on really well. It helps get out all the air bubbles when you put on the Mod Podge. Okay? And what I like to do is cut away the excess of the underlayment so that it's really easy to work with. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is simply take my X-Acto knife and cut away. And see, if you can see on the printout, sometimes with clip art you get kind of fuzzy edges. Well, the nice thing about this is with the X-Acto knife you can just cut those off and it looks like a better printout. So I'm just going to start cutting away. And you kind of have to do a sawing motion. Now with like foam, like my Cinco de Mayo door with foam, you can drag it. But because it is paper, you want to kind of do a sawing motion. Otherwise it can kind of tear the paper. And what I do is I cut it off in chunks. And it's just easier to work with once it's smaller and you can see where you've cut. So again, just do a little bit at a time. And then just kind of, you don't get all the way through, just kind of go back. And again, it really doesn't
Actually, I
have one finished right here. I've cut all the way around it with the X-Acto knife. Doesn't that look cute? Very easy. It's really not that time consuming. So let's go on to the next step, which is to apply the Mod Podge. Again, paper Mod Podge. Cheap foam brush from Hobby Lobby, Michael's, whatever, Walmart. Now, especially with paper, you want to apply light coat of Mod Podge. As many of you probably know, you know, the thinner the paper, it can bubble up sometimes. And it even says on the instructions of Mod Podge, use a light coat. And I like to do the edges first, okay? So just go around the edges with your Mod Podge. Just makes me feel better that the edges are going to have some adhesive on them to help keep them down. Again, those 3M stickers are really, really good. But it never hurts, right, to get a little bit more adhesive on something, especially if it's going to be outside. Get in those creases really well. And the nice thing is, if you don't get a good cut and you can see some of the foam underneath, you can flip it over and just shave it off. Almost like shaving off some pumpkin when you carve pumpkins. You know, if you have a piece of pumpkin that's hanging there, you can just shave it off. This is a very forgiving material, a very good material to work with. And then we're just gonna, and don't overwork it because it's paper, don't overwork it. Try to just do one nice thin coat and move on, okay? And I like to go in one direction. Just think it looks nicer. And wait till the last possible second to glue where your finger was. Okay, then you kind of need to set it down or hold it from underneath and get that last little bit. The reason I say not to overwork it is because and put your finger back down after you apply Mod Podge is I did that on my little old Sarge guy right here and it picked up some of the paper. So be really careful that you don't place your finger back on the wet Mod Podge, especially with paper, okay? So I think that's good to go. And we're just gonna set that aside to dry. Okay, now I have one that's completely dry. And again, I will hot glue a floral wire on there to wire it in. Now this one was my first one and I didn't brayer it down and really press it down. It has a few bubbles. I'm okay with it, but again, take your time to press down your design and use the brayer and really get it in there. Now, I also used a new product from Mod Podge, or at least new to me. I haven't used it before. It's called Mod Podge Super High Shine, okay? And this is regular, just a coat of Mod Podge. And this has the Super Shine on it. There's not a whole lot of difference. You probably can't see it on camera, but I really do like it. It does really make it shiny. So if you want a real high shine, then consider the Mod Podge High Shine. Also, I played around because I saw another Mod Podge product called Mod Podge Sparkle, and if you can see it, it does give it a glittery effect. And this is only one coat because I really don't want them glittery. I just wanted to try it. But I would do probably a couple more coats, and it's a really good effect if you want some kind of a little hint of glitter there. Okay. Also, I wanted to address one other thing. I am making some other decorations for my garland with another mascot of A&M. This is Old Sarge. We have a lot of military on campus, the Corps of Cadets, and he represents that. And this is the printout. Let me see if I can get closer. From the internet. And as you can see, some of the lines are a little fuzzy. Okay? And what I did was I just took a marker and went over all the black areas and really made it look more distinct, so it doesn't look pixelated. And I think it turned out a lot better. And then I just used the same technique and cut him out. And I haven't Mod Podged him yet. But isn't that cute? So you can do this with all kinds of school designs. And I think it's going to make a really cute door. I'm excited to share it with y'all. So I hope this gives you some inspiration, you know, for decorations that you may not be able to find in the store. So thanks a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to the fall with you guys.